Shalom, Ahab, Wa, Baraka. In other words, peace, love, and blessing. Turning to the east, Kal Halayama, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to all of the elders, apostles, prophets, and teachers that are bringing out this 100% truth. Also, salutations to the sincere Akiyama Akwad coming into this 100% truth of the 1/3. The last class was a little short, so I'm going to bring out another one real quick. This is called The Future of Edom. These are just notes that I took, but that's the headline I gave it. So let's check it out. Let's go to the book of James. I want to make sure this one's in context first too. Book of James, chapter 2, and we're gonna start. We're gonna just give me Give me verse James chapter 2 and 13. We'll start there.
James 2 and 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy, that hath shown no mercy, and have mercy against judgment. And mercy rejoiceth against judgment.
There you go. I was like, what? So, he's going to have mercy. He's not going to have mercy on the people that didn't show mercy. Job 9:24. The world was given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not him, then who is he? Well, let's find out right now. Who is this merciless person that doesn't deserve mercy? Let's go over to the book of Obadiah. And it's only one chapter, so if you get there, you're there. And just start at verse 1. We're going to read all the way down to 10.
The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith Yahweh concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh. An ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
So far, the Lord is talking about the Edomites. The Edomite nation of people. Keep going.
Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
That's us. We're small among the heathen. We're greatly despised. We're the chosen children of Israel. Go ahead.
The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
You know what's funny about his? He likes to dwell in the clefts of the rocks because the eagles dwell on high. Well, I had a friend there when I was doing a concrete job in San Francisco, and we were driving around, and he goes, I hate all these guys. They think they can get closer to God the higher up they live in these buildings. And that was like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's an Obadiah. But so, and when people get rich, I don't know if you ever noticed this, but in this town, we have a place called the Foothills. And they have all these houses built right into the mountain. All over the place out here. Any place where there's mountains, you're going to see rich people with their houses built right into the cleft of the rocks. And they're rich, so they think, who's going to bring me back down? I am established. Like I said, you think to that you're. I'm going to get that. I'm going to get this precept real quick. Read that again. Read it again. Read number.
The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Here's a good precept for that. Because I just told you in the last class, but let every man, Galatians 6:3, for if a man think himself to be something, when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself. So these Edomites are out here deceiving themselves because they are absolutely nothing. And in this world, they hold a worldly position because the world is given into the hands of the wicked. We know that Edom is the hands of the wicked. So they're holding that worldly position, but Spiritually, they are nothing. And in the kingdom, they won't exist. Keep going.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh.
So, I exalt myself above the eagles. Now, we got all kinds of stuff in the sky. So much that we honestly, there's so much top secret stuff. I'm not going to sit here and try and speculate what they got going on up there. But I do know one thing. They have a certain thing that they call the eye in the sky. And everything that we do is digitally through the sky that they've created. But the thing is that I will bring thee down. So I was just reading the verse again. So he's going to take all of the things that they exalt as great, all of the things that you got floating around above your head. Believe me, he exalts himself above the eagle. He's flying high. A lot of people like to say, well, that's the space station. Or they used to say, oh, that was the moon landing. But there wasn't a moon landing. It was a hoax. What is true, though, is they do have shit floating around up there watching us, trying to see what we're doing. And he's trying to play God by sitting in the seat of God, exalting himself and calling himself God. That's what this is all about right here. Keep going.
If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
What this is saying right here is that the Edomites are so wicked that when they steal something, they'll take your damn house, everything inside of it, the damn roofing, the windows, the doors, the whole house foundation. They'll dig up the pipes, they'll scrape the fucking dirt off the ground if they can get it off.
Take the dust.
They'll take the dust. There will be nothing left. There will be a hole. They'll leave a hole in the ground where they even took some of the dirt. So, let's just keep going. Wait, I'm sorry. Until they had enough. The grape gatherers came to thee, they would not leave some grape. So what that's talking about is when there's a grape gatherer, they only take a certain amount, but they still leave stuff for the poor people to glean. So in other words, you're not supposed to take everything off the tree. You're supposed to leave a little something there for the people that can't afford it. They're saying that these Edomites take the whole fucking tree. But anyway, keep going.
How are these things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him.
So the people that were Confederate, actually, the people that had a covenant, an alliance, a pledge, a treaty, that were in league with you, they had an ordinance, a constitution, they had an agreement. I think you got the idea. An alliance, a friendship, an alliance of friendship. So,
you know what comes to mind on that particular verse? Is the relationship with China and the U.S.
The relationship with China and the U.S. They were Confederate. They were supposed to be. How about Iran? Fist bump? No, you can't have no oil. They were Confederate. They have brought the even to the border.
They're doing right now.
They were at peace with you. Now they fist bumping your ass, telling you kick rocks. Kick rocks. Ooh. So this is really, these prophecies are starting to play out. Now I told you this prophecy that you are going to see your coming judgment, especially you false camps, and all you false prophets, and all you fake teachers. You're definitely going down first. You're definitely going down. We get to watch. That's what I'm getting my popcorn. I'm gonna watch. Let's keep going. While we're gonna keep going to 10.
Shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau.
So keep going.
And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
The future of Edom, you shall be cut off by slaughter. You have no understanding. You have no wisdom. You never did. Taman. You know who Taman is? The Germans. Those are the smartest of the Edomite tribe. And Amalek is the financial king of the Edomite tribe. So if you're starting to get a picture of who we're talking about here, yeah, you know what? One more.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
So, for the violence against Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, who is also in the Lashawan Kadash, called Yasharallah, the children of Israel. What's that, brother?
Hey,
Shalom, Akyam, Shalom. For thy violence against thy brother, shame shall cover thee. You know why? Because people are starting to wake up to the truth. And you guys should be ashamed of yourselves for what you did to us. For the things, for the atrocities, and then try to act like, oh, that wasn't us. That was our grandparents. Well, your grandparents, you know what? Go ahead and get me Isaiah chapter 14. Where am I at? Isaiah chapter 14, as soon as I find there it is. 14, start at 1.
For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will get Jews Yisrael, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
So, the Most High is going to have mercy on us in the end. See, our judgment and our persecution is coming to an end. That's why you guys keep seeing more and more of us, and you keep hearing about it, because it says in the end, he's going to lift the veil, and the children of Israel are going to wake up. We'll lie dead 3 days and a half in the street. That's 350 years of hardcore bondage. Now, about 60 years ago, that happened, right? Something like 50 years ago is when the hardcore bondage was like, I wouldn't say it's been lifted to this day. It's just more secretive now, but now that we've got the internet, we found out that there was never any stop to this hardcore bondage. We're still being raped, robbed, murdered, and treated less than human. We're the only ones with Hugh. Read verse 2. Because, wait a second, what did I say? What did I say? That because of the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee. Let me find it. Almighty Taman dismayed everyone in the mount of Esau shall be cut off by slaughter. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and they shall be cut off forever. But like I said, you guys are like, oh no, that wasn't us. No. That was our grandparents. We have nothing to do with that. Go ahead and give me verse 2.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Yisrael shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
So we're going to rule over our oppressors. The people that had us in slavery are going to be our slaves. That is the end time prophecy that's getting ready to play out. That is why they don't want you reading the Bible. Because when you find out that the Israelites are the real rulers of this earth, and they're the people that you've been calling scumbags and making us sleep on the streets for the last 400 years, you're going to find out something about us new. You're going to find out that we're the true kings and the daughters and princesses of Zion. You know what? One more verse out of that chapter. Give me verse 23. Wait. First, start at 21. Wait. Because it wasn't you, it was your grandparents and your great-grandparents. They did all that. It has nothing to do with you. You don't know, we don't know what we're talking about. But what is the Bible? You're right, I don't. But the Bible knows what it's talking about, right? Now read it.
Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Keep going.
For I will rise up against them, saith Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith Yahweh. I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with a besom of destruction, saith Yahweh.
So, prepare slaughter for the children. For what? For the iniquity of their forefathers. You cannot come over here telling me, well, that doesn't have nothing to do with me, because the scriptures say it clearly has something to do with you. And you are clearly going to have to pay that price. And you got a bill coming. You ever be sitting at a restaurant with like 8 people, watching them all eat, knowing that you have to pay the bill? That's you, Edom. All those other people sitting around are the other nations. You're going to have to pay the biggest bill. Oh, they're going to be paying too. But you are going to pay. Read verse 20. Oh, no, you already read it. I will rise up against them, saith Yahweh, and cut off from where are we at? This place, according to Scripture, is called Secret Babylon. The name and the remnant and the son and the nephew. So we won't know who an Edomite is. That'll be something in a history book. Let me jump around a little bit more. Let's go over to Isaiah 31. Now we're just getting into notes. Just getting into some notes. Isaiah 31, and let's go to verse 8.
Isaiah 31:8. Then shall the Assyrian fall with the sword, not of a mighty man, and the sword, not of a mean man, shall devour him. But he shall flee from the sword, and his young men shall be discomfited.
So, the modern day Assyrian is also talking about America. You wicked ass, evil ass, Edomites and other nations. You guys, I'm showing you verse by verse. The Most High is going to put a sword through you. What does the modern day sword look like? It might shoot bullets, maybe, or we can go a little bigger. It might shoot grenades. You want to go a little bigger? It might shoot missiles. You want to go a little bigger? It might just so happen to be the arrows of fire that return back not void. In other words, the nuclear weapons they're getting ready to use against this place. And if you want to think about it, you want to get to a carnal lake of fire? Do you know that this country has pipelines of oil traveling back from New York to California all across the whole ass place? And if you were to light off a nuclear, or strike this place with a nuclear warhead, I would think that it might just burn all of that oil for 1,000 years running through those pipelines. I mean, that's a possibility, just like a whole, like a formula, like a math equation, almost. Like it'll just burn. And I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, but I'm saying that is also a possibility, because this place is the lake that which burneth with fire and brimstone forever. This place is going to burn. And we're going to come back and look at it. If we're not going to come back and look at it, well, let me ask you this. Why in Isaiah chapter 66? Let's see if I'm right about that. 66 and 24.
And they shall go forth and look upon the carcass, of the men that have transgressed against me. For their worm shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be an abhorring unto all flesh.
You're going to burn in that lake which burns with fire. You're also, and how do I know that we're, watch this, verse 23.
And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Shabbat to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, said Yahweh.
And in 24, and they shall go forth with Yahweh. We're going to go forth with Yahweh of the men that have transgressed against me for their worms. So we're going to go look upon the carcasses of these transgressors every new moon. We're going to be watching your ass burn. We're going to get to go see you. Hey, let's go see them again. Is it that time of the month again already?
It's that time of the month.
It's written. It's written. We ain't making this up. You know what? Let's go back over to Isaiah 31. No. Let's go Isaiah 45. We're gonna jump around a little more. Like I said, I just got some notes. It's just nice to come out here and bring out a class. Isaiah chapter 45 and 14.
Isaiah 45 and 14. Thus saith Yahweh, the labor of Egypt and the merchandise of Ethiopia and of the Sabians, men of stature, shall come over unto thee, and they shall be thine. They shall come after thee in chains. They shall come over, and they shall fall down unto thee. They shall make supplication unto thee, saying, surely Yahweh is in thee, and there is none else. There is no other Yahweh.
So, you're right. So did you hear what that said? They're going to come over to us in chains. That takes me right back to Isaiah when we were in 14 and 23. 19 and 47. That brings you right back to Isaiah. Stay where you're at. Go back to where you're at, because I'm going to read that and you're going to read that. Isaiah. Oh wait, there. Whoops, wrong one. I'm getting too excited. I'm all jumping around now. Yeah, there it is. Isaiah 14. So read that again.
Thus said Yahweh, the labor of Egypt and the merchandise of Ethiopia and of the Sabians, men of stature, shall come over unto thee, and they shall be thine. They shall come after thee in chains, that they shall come over, and they shall fall down unto thee, and they shall make supplication unto thee, saying, surely Yahweh is in thee, and there is none else. There is no Yahweh.
So, and they shall take, this is Isaiah 14 and 2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. What did it say? Is coming over in chains. You know what? Let's get another one. Let's see. Okay, since they're coming over in chains, I think I brought this class out last week. I'm pretty sure I did, but let's get one more. Isaiah 49 and 22.
And what?
49 and 22.
Isaiah 49, 22. Thus said Yahweh, behold, I will lift up mine hand to the Gentiles and set up my standard to the people. And they shall bring thy sons in their arms, and thy daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders.
Next verse.
And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up thy dust of thy feet, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, for thou shalt not be ashamed that wait for me.
So, the future of Edom is you guys are getting prepared for slaughter. The rest of you nations are literally going to be our servants. Why do you think they won't let the church, the Christian church, teach the Bible? If the Christian church was able to teach the Bible, there'd be a lot of different, people wouldn't be acting the way they are right now. But the Christian church is made by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai to be wicked. For all you wicked two-thirds that can't conform to the truth. So what does he do? He gives you a deception, and he makes your deception great that you would believe a lie. That's why you have all these other things around you where you can't seem to make up your mind on right and wrong because you refuse to study. Like, for instance, Nathaniel at IUIC. Now, first, hey, no back road ship. He said that. Now it's, oh yeah, there is one, but it's not the mark. The mark is sin. Really? Let's get that real quick. Revelation. Yeah, Revelation chapter 13. We're just going into something a little different right now. We've shown you, we've exhausted all possibilities for Edom. You guys are going down, you're going to be slaughtered. All you other nations are going to be slaves to the Israelites. Now, Revelation chapter 13, starting from let's go to 16. Let's go right to it.
Revelation 13:16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark on their right hand or in their foreheads.
Okay. He's saying that is sin. That mark is sin. Well, let's look at what the Hebrew word is. Again. How many times do we have to go through this? Karagma. Karagma. Imprinted mark. Stamp. Mark branded. Thing carved. Sculpted. Graven. And I have one. Also, a mark would also be known as a subdermal implant. So, when you're saying the word mark, you got to understand. You're going to have to receive a subdermal implant in their right hand or in their foreheads. That is not spiritual. That is as carnal and as physical as you can get. So that goes back to all you false prophets and false teachers. Like that prophecy said, Nathaniel, he could see his judgment coming. That's why he continuously changes what he's saying. What is that? You know what? And Nathaniel does that too. What is that in James, right? Chapter 1. I think it's like 1. Here it is. James 1:6. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, for he that wavereth is like the wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. So, his doctrine is like the waves of the sea. It's over here, it's over there, it's tossed all over the place because he keeps changing. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of Yahweh. And then that goes right back into Galatians 6:3. He's a great position in this world, but in the spirit, he is nothing. And he's deceiving himself by thinking that he's high, mighty, and great by lying to the children of Israel. How is it you can say Yahweh? His name is Yahweh. Wow, Yahweh Shai. All of a sudden, you can call him parquet butter. That's a 501c3 statement. 501c3 doesn't allow you guys to teach certain things. That's why you say it's sin instead of the truth. We have the truth. The 100% truth is koragma, subdermal implant. You're playing with a lot of lives, Cassandra. You're playing with a lot of lives. Ooh, I would not want to be in your feet, in your shoes. I mean, I would not. Not for all the worldliness that you already have gained. But with that being said, I'm not going to go in on IUIC because there's sincere people in that camp that are trying to find the truth, and they're being driven away from it by people that are paid to lie. And but if you got eyes to see and ears to hear, we're going to go ahead and shut it down right there. I'm going to get my most favorite verse out. Revelation. You can get it. 22 and let's go with 12 first.
And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according to his work shall be.
So, the name of this class is the future of Edom. You guys got to understand. Behold, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai, the Son of the Most High, is coming quickly. His reward is with him. So if you're doing the correct works, you're going to get a reward according to that work. If you're out being wicked and you're lying to the children, he's going to reward you for that too. And Edom, your reward, you should already know what's going to happen to you. What is your favorite thing to say to each other? Hey, see you in hell. Well, we'll see you in hell too, when we come to visit you once a month.
We'll see you.
Now go ahead and give me 14.
Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city.
So, Revelation 22 and 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments. And you know what? Only the sincere are going to be able to do it, because it's going to be grievous for everybody else. You're always going to be falling back out of the truth. That's how you know whether you were chosen or not. If you got something that's more important, go do it, because you weren't chosen. Straight up. But if you're sincere in this truth, you're going to want to keep these laws. It's going to be great to you. In fact, you know what? You're invited over for dinner tonight. We're going to go ahead and cook some food. And that's part of being in the truth. Breaking bread with your brothers. Following the instructions. Keeping the daily ordinances. Doing what is good in the eyes of our Father. How is he going to show us through his eyes if we can't even give our hearts over to him? If we can't give our mind to the Most High, he can't show us what he wants us to see. But with that being said, if you got eyes to see and ears to hear, I hope you're able to get something out of this message. Shalom.